Hey guys, it's Chris with Modus. I'm the head of support and training, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to use the auto split tool in LiGeoreference. Now, why are we going to use the auto split tool? The reason is that when we are going to process our data and get our point cloud, we don't need all of the data from the trajectory. We only want to get segments of the trajectory that are our flight lines going over our project area. So to do this, we're going to use the auto split tool. It's located up here under the segment tab. Click on that and it brings up this little window here that shows the 3 parameters we can change so that LiGeo knows how to make the segments. Alright, so the first one here is the maximum heading change. What this does is it'll tell LiGeo not to consider anything that has more than an X degree change in heading. So, why are we doing this? It is used to remove the turns from our trajectory. And we want to get rid of the turns here in the trajectory because this is where a lot of error can get introduced into our data, all else being equal. When the sensor is going along and it makes this turn based on the parameters set here, it will not consider that when making the segments. Again, this is to remove the turns because we do not want that data when we're trying to make our point cloud. The next one is the minimum length, and what this does is tells LiGeo when creating a segment it must have the minimum value here, in this case 20 meters. A segment will comprise of at least that long, and it won't consider anything else. So for example here, let's just say that this part of the trajectory is only about 15 meters. Because this is set to 20, it won't even consider this as part of it, and it will totally leave it out when making the segments. Alright, the last one here is the minimum duration. And so what the minimum duration does is that when it's creating the trajectories, it will automatically take out, or excuse me, when it's trying to make the segments, it will automatically take out parts of the trajectory that do not have this minimum duration. And so the best way to explain that is, again, you go around the turn here, and let's say to get from here to here, it only takes about 5 seconds. It won't consider this part of the trajectory, and it will cut it out. All right, so you're going to have to play around with these on a case-by-case basis. Every project looks different. Total lengths of flight lines will always vary. How long it takes to complete those flight lines will always vary. So you will have to play around with this. I am going to go ahead and enter some values into here based on my knowledge of this project so we can get the best possible outcome for segments created by LiGeo. And as you can see over here on the left, our segment table has now been populated. Each of the segments has its own color code, shows their start and stop times, and then there is this column here to toggle on and off whether or not you want them visible. And that's what we're going to do next because we need to see how well LiGeo did when creating these segments. What we're looking for is that it only captured the parts of the trajectory that are these long flight lines, and doesn't have any of the turns or the parts in between the turns as a segment that we will be processing. So as you can see, we're looking pretty good here. It only made one extra outlier in this case, which is this last one, the return flight home. And we're not going to want that, so in order to get rid of it, we're going to select it, and we're going to hit this minus button up here at the top to delete it. And now we only have the segments that we want from the trajectory, so that way we can process only those parts to get our point cloud. As you can see, the auto split tool is by no means perfect. Still had to go ahead and edit out one of those segment lines that it made manually, but it does do the job. It did capture every one of the flight lines that we did need. So I hope this is helpful, you guys. Please feel free to reach out to me at supports@modus-ai.com. I'll be happy to go ahead and answer any questions you have or make any videos that you may request. So just reach out to me there. And until next time, guys, have a good day.